Time now for the Stacey and Hutch Say Too Much podcast.
Hide the children.
Where, you guessed it, the dynamic afternoon duo say way too much.
I won't shave armpits. Does it hurt when it grows back?
If there's any ingrown situations, that can be very painful.
No, seriously, that was way too much.
Pit stains. I think they're sexy in certain situations.
So if you're still listening, here they are to start the pod.
Why, I never.
Stacey and Hutch.
Let's do it. Stacey and Hutch Say Too Much.
Awkward.
I don't listen to it. Just ignore it.
Okay.
Every time I ignore it.
Good idea.
Well, we're excited because Philip Phillips is going to be joining us on Stacey and Hutch Say Too Much. American Idol, huge, numerous hits, and this newest song is super good.
Yeah.
It makes you get up and dance. So let's just get into it. What do you say?
Okay.
Here's Philip Phillips. What up, man?
Hey.
How's it going?
You know, I'm excited to have you on with us because I haven't talked to you. Stacey talked to you quite a while ago.
Yeah, I had brown hair then. It was like 20 years ago.
I had more hair then, so
Yeah, maybe.
Where are you at, man, right now?
I'm actually at my brother-in-law and my sister's house. My son, he takes a nap from 1 to about 2:45, and so the babysitter's taking care of him right now. And so just wanted to come out here, and they have better internet here. We kind of live out in the country, so we have some bad internet. So I wanted to make sure y'all getting the best internet. And sorry about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize.
Hey, no worries, man.
My team and everybody was a little bit out of funk and didn't know our schedules. So
yeah, listen,
yes,
I know this was last minute, and it sounds like you're crashing on the in-laws couch anyway. So, I mean.
One thing that has definitely changed since I talked to you last is your accent has gotten deeper.
Oh, really? I've been at
yeah.
home. I've obviously was home with COVID, and so it comes back. And
Yeah.
when I was gone a lot after Idol, my mom would say, "You don't talk the same." So I guess I was talking a little clearer then, and then I got home with COVID, and then I started talking. Words start to mumble a little bit more.
Yeah, you became a Yankee for a while there, and she probably got nervous.
The new song, I love it. It's kind of I would say for me being into your music, it's kind of a newer sound, I think, for you. What kind of made you go, I should try this avenue? Or did it kind of progress naturally?
I think it was just naturally. I think as artists and songwriters, you're always trying to grow and learn and kind of push your boundaries a little bit and always learn something new. So that song, Dance Through the Shadows, appreciate you liking it, by the way. That started off more as a ballad, and just played it on the acoustic, and it's a really nice version. And we still might release that one day, but it sounded pretty, but it just didn't feel like it was it, So I was playing, I was kind of messing around with the guitar parts that I'd already been playing, so just changed it and I came up with what you hear now, and we just totally changed the song. It started driving. The drum beat is just killing. I remember we were cutting the drums in the studio. That was just so fun. It's kind of a sadder song, but it's still a love song, about being there for someone. But it has that upbeat feel, and you kind of want to dance. You want to sing that maybe to the person that you really love.
Are we going to hear that version this Saturday, the acoustic version of it that you wanted to do live? Or are you going to go with the?
I think you'll hear more of that version. Yeah. Yes. If I had a couple more people play with me, we could probably rock it out. But I feel like if I rock out too hard with my acoustic by myself, it might just look weird.
It might look weird. That's true. So, but you're saying the song is kind of sad. Do you want to tell us what it's about?
So I'm a pretty private guy. I don't really tell too much about songs that I write because I want people to have their own meaning to it. But the song's pretty special. My wife and I, we've been together over 14 years, and we had a beautiful little baby boy right before COVID, and his name's Patch, and he's just a wild human, and but when I say, I don't know really personally, but when women have a child, it changes a lot in your body. And so my wife had a lot of health issues going on that we couldn't figure out, and still trying to figure a lot of stuff out. Kind of gets scary, and I was always just trying to tell her it's going to be all right. Let's, try to take your mind off of it. Let's do this, let's do that. Or let's, let me call the doctor. Let me try to help, whatever it is to try and fix it. And sometimes it's just best just to not really say much at all and just kind of be there for that person that you love and just turn on the TV or just listen to some music or go for a ride or whatever. So it was hard. It was the song's really about me trying to just be there instead of trying to fix it all, and just kind of sit in the silence sometimes. And and just, loving that person,
What a perfect way to put it. Just be there and not try to fix it all.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to
that.
just be quiet. I don't talk much anyways, but with my wife, I love her so much. And sometimes I'll start talking or trying to do too much. And it's just like, hey, just shut up for a second,
Well, it's hard to acknowledge that and do that a lot of times in relationships. I think mostly for men, I know for me, but a lot of women, no matter who your spouse is, you want to save them. You want to help fix them. You want to make sure they're okay and protect them. And so when sometimes the best thing to do is not do that.
We just want you to hear us complain.
Yeah,
we just want a sounding board, but you want to fix it for us. And we don't understand that.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't understand.
Sometimes you need to feel the sadness, even if you've been sad a while when somebody's trying to fix it. Sometimes you got to sit in that, sit in that for a minute to really feel everything. Sometimes we all go through sometimes where you get depressed or some anxiety or whatever it is, and you want it to be, want it to end. But when somebody's trying to fix it all or try to make it okay, it's just like, let me just breathe for a second, Not trying to bring it all down. It's still
it's a great conversation. We talk about it all the time on the show, and how one deals with their mental health and how they get out of it. And I know that everyone's had their struggles with COVID and with and especially being a parent now. There's a whole set of new struggles that you didn't think you'd ever have to deal with.
Right.
Stacey and I were talking about this the other day, yesterday. In fact, my daughter for the first year wanted nothing to do with me. She cried every time I hold her. She, and as a dad,
that breaks your heart.
It breaks my heart because I didn't have that connection of carrying her. I didn't have that connection of being able to do that. And it does break your heart. Has songwriting changed for you since you became a parent?
I've written a little bit and still kind of write a little bit about him. This album, there's a couple moments in there. There's a song called Love Like That and a song called Long Time. That's a little bit about my son and my wife, but even songs I'm writing right now, I'll start writing about him, a relationship that I have maybe with my own father, and maybe what I want to do differently with my son, and what because we all, like I said, we always want to do better than what we've experienced, even if we've had a great experience. Some things you want to do the same, and some things you want to do differently, and having a kid, a very strong-willed kid, is very challenging. And he's the sweetest little boy, and he's so loving and just funny. But he is also he knows exactly what he wants, and he
makes it known.
He makes it known, So I think songwriting changes. This album, I feel like I've been the most honest I've ever been. With an album. I love all three of my first three albums, but and I'm always honest in those when I was writing those. But this one is, I don't know, a lot more vulnerable in this record, and not trying to make things too wordy and not dance around the issue of whatever I was going through. It's kind of a sad album, but there's some happiness through there. But it's very real, and it's real emotions, that I've gone through. And like I said, we all struggle with moments of, where things get hard, difficulties. Yeah. So, and then sometimes he and my wife and myself, mostly my wife, she's really good at it. They'll make up songs just off the top of their head that are super silly and funny. So those are always fun. And then
don't publish those. You're gonna have to pay her.
Yeah, no, she could make some money writing kid songs for sure. She's pretty funny.
So when Patch gets older and he's able to understand TV, watch it, and get episode to episode, are you excited or more embarrassed to show him your journey?
Oh, it's funny because he's seen a couple of things already. He's mostly seen my music videos,
Hmm.
and he liked those. But I played on the Today Show, I don't know, a month ago or something, and I was playing Dance Through the Shadows. And the fun also with this album, he grew up with all of these songs. He'll be 4 in November, so he knows every word to every song on this album, and so this album is very special for me with that in mind as well. And so he was at his little his babysitter for that morning. She keeps a few other kids, and she put the TV on, and he was over there, and she filmed it and got the video, and
Oh, that's cool.
he's kind of in disbelief, like he said, "That's my daddy," and then
He's
he's
on
dancing and singing the words, and it's really sweet, anytime that that happens. When he says that, I just played some shows in Disney, and we got to take him down there, and I got off stage. He didn't really watch my show. He was mostly playing the game on his mom's phone. And but I got off stage after the first little set, and he came back there. He said, "Daddy, you did such a great job." I was like, "Thanks, buddy."
Thanks, yeah.
He keeps you humble too.
Yeah,
Kids will do that for you.
Did you ride Guardians of the Galaxy when you were down there?
Oh yeah, twice.
Oh my God, man! How awesome is that ride?
We
One of
did
the
it 2
best
times
rides.
right in the row, man. Oh,
Oh.
gosh, dude. So, especially the first time, so insane. I love
That's
rides.
one of the best ride I think ever. There, it's
100%.
so cool. And my son Nash, he's 7. Let me tell you, like when you can experience that stuff with your kid and the rides, it's just it brings a whole new level to being a parent. And so.
Yeah.
It's super special, and I mean the fact that you get to go down there with your kid and you get to probably get in the front of the lines. That doesn't, that doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that was okay, and so we tried to get him into a lot of things before nap time, and so we rode
Yeah.
a few of the smaller rides because he's still pretty small, and but the rides we got, he didn't like the pirate ride in the beginning, the Pirates of the Caribbean. 'Cause we
Scary,
get through
yeah.
that little like dip in there, and he's like, he likes scary stuff. He loves scary stuff, like loves Halloween, and then we went down that, and it was dark. He was shaking for a second.
Yikes.
It was pretty funny. But
What is Halloween like for your family this year? Do you got your costumes picked out? Do you all dress up in a theme?
so he told me this year he loves superheroes, and he said he's going to be Spin Spidey, Red Spidey. He's going to be the Hulk, and he's going to be a ninja.
Wow.
So we're going to be taking a lot of costumes for him this year.
Yeah, you're gonna be busy.
Halloween, any holiday he loves, but Halloween and Christmas are his favorites. And we love to carve pumpkins, and he loves that. And obviously love to get candy. So I think I'm actually going to miss Halloween this year with him, which is a bummer because we both love it so much. And but I think I'm going to be playing a show that day. But I'll be FaceTiming in and whatnot.
Yeah, of course. It's always hard, I'm sure, being away from the kids on the road and missing certain things. But I mean,
Daddy's
he gets
gotta
to
make
see
a
you,
living.
and he gets to see you on TV.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it'll all. Yeah, that's what I try to.
It'll shake out.
When I started going away a lot, especially this year with the new album, I was. He'd already been used to me going away to write or record for like 5 or 7 days, but this one I've been, this year I've been gone for a good week to week and a half, or so, and then I come back, and it makes it a little tough, but we're trying to figure it all out.
Well, we're excited to have you in this Saturday. It's going to be beautiful weather. Have you been to Stillwater before?
Oh, I think so, but I've been to so many places, to be honest with you.
It's so beautiful. It's right on the river. It's a great time, and we can't wait to hang out with you and have some fun with you for
It's like
Petpalooza.
Yeah, it'd be
Hallmark
great.
movie kind of place. You'll really,
Oh, it's so Hallmark movie.
you'll really like it.
And by the way, can you bring one of your wife's kid songs and play it? Like, just tell her.
I can
Hey,
remember it. Yeah, if we can remember, we come up with all these crazy songs, and I'm like, "Hey, can you sing?" I came up with some construction song last week, and he said, "Daddy, can you sing the construction song?" I'm like, crap. He's like, "Sing it." I'm like, "I can't sing it, Daddy.
Maybe-
I can't sing it."
Maybe we can commission a new one that will find something that will rhyme with Petpalooza.
yeah.
That's easy, right? It rhymes with Palooza.
I'll tell my wife to get on that real quick.
Puppies, kitties, it'll
Any-
be simple.
Anything really. I mean, well, here's what you should do is just take, home and just change it with words. And then you'll remember the tune all the time and then just change the words,
There you go. That's not bad, yeah.
Petpalooza. I love it.
Well, thanks for joining us, man. We can't wait to see you Saturday. Safe travels, and we'll see you coming up here, man.
Absolutely. Thank y'all. See y'all soon.
There you go, Philip Phillips.